learners, welcome to class. Today we are going to see organization of data. In that we are going to continue with what is the statistical series, individual series, discrete and types of continuous series. Under types of continuous series you are going to see that is exclusive series, inclusive series and open-end distribution. Let's see now. Let's start with statistical series. It's a systematic arrangement of statistical data. Yes, so the arrangement of classification of data in some logical order, okay, like according to the size, according to the time and of accuracy or according to some other measurable or non-measurable characteristics, we'll be calling it as a statistical series. That's why the statistical series is nothing but systematic arrangement of statistical data. Let's move to the next one, individual series. What does mean by individual series? Individual series is nothing but refers to the series in which the items which are listed silently, that is, each item is given a separate value of measurement. Okay, we are calling it as an individual series. Individual series divided into two. It's two types. One, unorganized individual series, and the next one is organized individual series. Why we are calling it as an unorganized individual series? Yes, in this, the unorganized series, yes, is an unarranged mass of data, that is the raw data. Okay, that is the investigator, whoever collected the data, he has not arranged the same in a systematic manner. That's why we are calling it as this data, we are calling it as a raw data or unorganized data. Yes, when you looked at this, it's a marks distribution of 10 students. It's just like that. It's mentioned like 35, 40, 38, 17, 25, 45, 36, 29, 42 and 22. So that this given data is unorganized. Yes, that is, it is in the raw form. Okay, such a presentation of data does not give any useful information and it's rather confusing to the mind. That's why we are calling it as an unorganized individual series. Now, coming back to the next one, organized individual series. Okay, why we are calling it as an organized individual series? The organized series in an orderly arrangement. Okay, it's arranged orderly of a raw data. Okay, so the unorganized, that is, an organized individual series may be present in a two way according to the serial number and the number of students. Okay, and it's arranged with the order of magnitude, that is ascending as well as the descending order. That's why we are calling it as an organized individual series. Okay, in this organized individual series, according to the serial number, you can able to see that an individual series can be arranged in the serial number. Okay, that is the marks obtained by the 10 students may be arranged either in the serial number or in the order of roll number, which is shown in the table. The second column, it's given you the number of students. Okay, it's according to the order of magnitude, that is ascending as well as the descending order. Okay, so the individual observation can be arranged in order of magnitude, ascending or descending order. This arrangement of raw data in ascending or descending order of magnitude, we are calling it as an array. Okay, so this is how we have discussed about what is individual series and what is unorganized individual series and organized individual series. Unorganized is nothing but unarranged mass of data, the raw data. We are calling it as an unorganized individual series. Why we are calling it as an organized? Because organized series in an orderly arrangement of raw data. It's arranged in the serial number and it's arranged with the order of magnitude. Yes, ascending order or a descending order. We are calling it as an organized individual series. Let's move to the next one, frequency series. Okay, in that frequency series, we have two types. One, discrete series, okay, or we'll be calling it as a frequency array. Second one, frequency distribution. Discrete series or a frequency array, okay, it contains with the tally bars, but no class intervals. Okay, in this frequency distribution, tally bar with class intervals. Okay, next. We'll just move to the next one, frequency distribution. What is meant by frequency distribution is nothing but it's a table in which observed value of the variable are classified according to its numerical magnitude. We are calling it as a frequency distribution. In this we have two, one is discrete series and second one we'll be calling it as a continuous series. What is meant by discrete series? A variable is called discrete if the variables can take only some particular value. Okay, we are calling it as a discrete. But in this case of continuous, a variable, it's called continuous because it take any value in a given range. Yes, we are calling it as a continuous series. Let's move to the next one. Some basic terms which is related to a class. Okay, so you'll be learning now what is a class, class limits, class interval, range, midpoint or a mid value, frequency, class frequency. Let's start with the first one, class. The group of numbers in which items are placed, okay, that is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, etc. We'll be calling it as a class. Class limits the lowest and the highest value of the variable. Within the class, it's called a class limit. See, for example, if a class 0 to 10, then the lower limit will be 0 and the upper limits will be 10. The third one, class interval. What is a class interval? Is nothing but which measures with the magnitude, size or a length. So the difference between the lower limit and the upper limit, it's called a class interval. The next one, we are calling it as a range. Range is nothing but a frequency distribution which can be expressed as a difference between upper limits of the class interval and lower limit of the class interval. Yes, so if classes are 0 to 10, 10 to 20 and up to 70 to 80, the range will be 80, yes, to 0, then it will be like a 80. Next, let's move to the next one, midpoint or a mid value is the central point of the class interval. So in a class 10 to 20, the midpoint 10 plus 20 which is divided by 2, you will get 15. So the midpoint will be 15. Then let's go to the next one, frequency. The number of items are falling within a particular class. So if a class has 0 to 20, so has 10 students, then 10 will be the frequency. Okay, the last one, class frequency. The number of observations which is corresponding to the particular class, we are calling it as a class frequency. So these are basic terms which is related to the class, class limits, class interval, range, midpoint or mid value, frequency and class frequency. Types of continuous series, exclusive, inclusive, open-ended series and less than and more than. Now let's start with the exclusive series. The class of the type, yes, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, etc. Where in the upper limit of the one class, okay, one class interval became the lower limits of the next class. It's known as exclusive series. Okay, so in this, if the lower limit of the class is 10, okay, and the upper limit is 20, then this class will be written as 10 to 20. Okay, we are calling it as an exclusive series. Now, going to the next one, what is an inclusive series? Inclusive is nothing but, see, in this again the first column it denotes with the classes, second column it's denoted with the frequency. The classes of the type, it's 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, etc. Where all the observation with the magnitude which is greater than or equal to the lower limit and less than or equal to the upper limit of the class or included. That's why we are calling it as an inclusive series. See, for example, if the lower limit of the class is 10, okay, the upper limit is 19, then what will be the class will be written as 10 to 19. Yes, it will include all the observation which is greater than or equal to 10 or less than or equal to 19. We are calling it as an inclusive series. Now, going to the next one, open-end series. See, if the frequency distribution of the lower limit of the first class and upper limit of the last class is not given. So we are calling it as an open-end distribution. And in this series, the place of lower limit of the first class, words like below or less than or it's written and. In the last class, the place of upper limits words like over or above or more than can be written. Yes, that's why we are calling it as an open-end series. Let's move to the next type, cumulative frequency series. Under cumulative frequency series, there are types of cumulative frequency series. One, less than cumulative frequency, and the next one is more than cumulative frequency. In the less than cumulative frequency, in a less than, that is the cumulative frequency distribution, the frequencies of each class intervals are added successfully from top to bottom. Okay, and it represents the cumulative number of observation which is less than equal to the class frequency which relates. Now, just look this. Okay, just look at this example. In this, I've given you the marks and number of students Okay, less than we have just taken 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 as well as 60. The number of students have started from 2. Okay, and what we have done it here, we have had it successfully from top to bottom. Okay, 2, again 2 plus 5, again 2 plus 5 plus 10, 17. Again each one values will be start adding in it. Okay, we'll be calling it as a less than cumulative frequency distribution. Now go back with the next one, more than cumulative frequency. Again the first column denotes with the marks, the second column is denoted with the number of students. In the more than cumulative frequency distribution, the cumulative frequencies of each class interval is obtained by finding the cumulative tools of frequency starting from the highest value of the variable. Okay, that is the class to the lowest value of the class. Okay, now in this again more than, taken the values, again the number of students will be start doing in it. Yes, so these are the types of less than cumulative frequency and more than cumulative frequency. Let us quickly recall what we studied in the session. First, we have just started with the statistical series, and then we have discussed with the individual series, discrete and continuous series. Under continuous series, types of continuous series is exclusive, inclusive, open-end distribution and cumulative frequency distribution. Yes, thank you all.